So now I've gotten the Sig MCX, and I was able to put about 150 rounds through it. Um, it shot very well. There was one issue, and I think it's probably due to the fact that the ammo I was shooting was remanufactured ammo. So that was uh, it failed to go to bolt lock. So the bolt failed to lock back after a magazine was emptied. So that is what I'm speculating right now. I still have to put more rounds to be sure. I have to put more rounds through this rifle. So I have about 150 rounds through it. I have put this Vortex Strike Eagle on the rifle. I have not actually zeroed the iron sights yet. I lost my front sight tool, and now have another one. So next range trip, I should be able to zero the iron sights. It groups pretty well. The trigger is pretty bad. But it is similar to military spec. I think even heavier. I mean, I'm not in the same shape I was when I was in the military, but my forearm was actually getting tired in going through these magazines. So it was not. It's a pretty heavy trigger. That is something that I do not like. I probably will be replacing that. I've also put on these bipods. I haven't shot it with the bipod yet, and I did put a grip stop on this. So this rifle I'm kind of comparing with the Adams Arms Piston ultra lightweight rifle that I also have. Hopefully I'll be able to make some good comparisons. I think this weekend I'll probably be taking both of them to the range at the same time to see. One thing that I'm new to this rifle. I'm new to this. It's a new type of rifle. When disassembling this rifle, here, I'll go ahead and clear it first. Okay. The front takedown pin here allows for you to take off the hand guards, and the gas regulator here, it comes out, and then so I'll go ahead and show that, because this is probably one of the harder parts that most videos do not show. I'll go ahead and show how this goes. So you push down on this little pin that stops it there, then you rotate, and at that point you should be able to pull out this gas regulator. I've got a good coat of oil on this right now because it's actually a metal conditioner. I'm trying to one thing I will promote is that I have used since I've been in the military. I heard about it when I was a young soldier, is Miltech, and it's a metal conditioner, so dry lube kind of thing. So that's what I use. If you guys have any questions, you can let me know. I've used it for years now, and I really find it to be very good. I'm going to try and take this off camera so I can actually get this out. And I just use the piston to push it out. So then getting out this piston, it's not super hard or anything, but there's your piston. When putting it back in, this is what I've noticed, and I spent about an hour messing with this. So I put it back in there. The gas rings on it, let me just show you the gas rings, similar to what you see on an M4 bolt. There's gas rings up there on top. And that's not. It's kind of coming in blurry, but you can kind of see the gas rings there on top. So those kind of hinder you from being able to get the piston back in there easily. And I spent a long time, I didn't want to break the gas rings, you know, I was just kind of like babying it in there, but what I ended up doing is kind of just tapping it in there. So I kind of figured out the technique for that. So I took a brush and just tapped it like this, and then it goes in. And it's not all that much force. It just, you know, not wanting to break the my brand new rifle, I spent a very long time trying to figure that out and do it lightly, and there's not really any way to do that lightly. You kind of just got to tap it in just like I did. So that is how you get that back in there. And I don't know, the instruction manual doesn't say anything about that. You just kind of got to do it. So that's something I figured out, and I figured I would share that with you guys. Okay. So since I put that 150 round or so, what you're supposed to do with Miltech is you put about 100 rounds through it. After you apply a light coat of oil or a light coat of Miltech all over it, and get it up to operating temperature, which is about 100 rounds, and then you clean it real well, and then you reapply. And so that's why I'm at this second application. I did find that using the Miltech on my Adams Arms rifle, it helped a lot in being able to, like the first time I took apart the rifle after the first range trip, it was extremely hard for me to get the gas regulator off of that rifle. And this was actually very similar. It was very stuck. I had to, use my multi-tool to mess with it. So my hope is that, this rifle's already been cleaned, but I hope that after the next range trip, I should be able to get that gas regulator off a little bit easier. The mount that I'm using is this LaRue tactical mount. I might include that in my reviews in the future of this rifle. This is pretty much the setup that I'm going to have on it. I might not always keep the bipod legs on there. I did put one of the Keymud Picatinny slots on there, so it's so I could mount that. I might not always keep the bipods on there, but that's what I have it on there currently, so that I can do some zeroing on my next trip. The takedown of this is fairly simple, and I'll go ahead and finish out the takedown. I showed you guys the gas system. Now the rest of the rifle is fairly similar to what you would do on an M4 or any other AR-15 type rifle. This is under tension. There's a piece here. I'll show you that once I break this down. So, a lot of people talk about quality and how the upper and the lower meet, and there's no play in the way that they come together. So don't let Sig fool you. What they did on here is they got this metal piece here, and that tensions the upper, so there's not that shake. So there is no shake to it, but it's not because they have some brilliant machining or forging process. It's just they have a tensioner there. So here's the bolt and the carrier. I'm not going to take that all the way down. There's plenty of videos that do show this taking down all the way. It's pretty much similar as far as getting the bolt apart. But there are other videos that show how to take that down all the way. The charging handle is proprietary, so it is different. So when reassembling this portion and putting this back together, you put the carry handle back in, similar to the M4 and such. You want to slide it in there just a little bit, and then put the bolt back in there a little bit, and then you can send it home right there. And that's basically it. So far I like the rifle. It's a good rifle. Feels like quality. Oops. So as you can see, there's not much play to it because that's under tension, and I'm going to try and show it here. But you can see that there's actually space there because that's tension. So there's space between the upper and the lower. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's it works. It's fine. It's just that is something to note. It's not this super tight fit. It is just under tension. And the technique for folding the stock, I see some people kind of struggle with this, is really you just put your thumb on top of the rear of the weapon, and then use your fingers here, and it really can be done with one hand. So it's really simple, but when it's locked in, it's locked in. So that is something that's really cool. That's really the main reason why I bought this system right here, of having this folding stock and eliminating the need for a buffer tube. So that is a big plus. So there's more information to follow. I will be doing a review on this. I also got this dual carbine range bag. It's the VISM dual carbine 42-inch range bag. I'll probably be reviewing that as well. That is so that I can carry both of these rifles to the range without having to carry two different bags. So, all right, let me know if you have any questions or comments in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.